What's happening? What's happening, everybody? With just over, or just under, I should say, 2 hours until puck drop, I thought I would just come in and do this quick little hit with you guys for the Habs versus the Dallas Stars on Super Bowl weekend here. They're double back-to-back matinee tradition that they do every single Super Bowl weekend. The Canadiens do. And a couple things to talk about. Sam Montembeault will be getting the start for the Canadiens in goal versus the Dallas Stars. But the biggest news of the lineup today is that Alex Newhook is expected to return to the Montreal Canadiens lineup after having played his last game on November the 30th. Today is February the 10th. So it's going to be good to see Newhook back in the lineup. And we'll actually get you right to the lineup because, as Anthony Martineau reported yesterday from Canadiens practice, this is basically what the Canadiens lineup is going to look like here, right? So Alex Newhook is going to find himself on the third line center position with Raphael Harvey-Pinard to his left and Yoel Armia to his right. Brandon Gignac will remain in the lineup for the Canadiens. As we saw, Lucas Condata was sent back down to the Laval Rockets, so he will hopefully continue his development path there. Wasn't able to get much going with the Canadiens when he was with us. So Gignac will center the fourth line with Michael Pezzetta and Jesse Ullinen. Second line will remain with Jake Evans at center, Josh Anderson on his right, Tanner Pearson on his left. Cole Caulfield centering the usual top line with Nick Suzuki and our boy Juraj Slafkovsky. All right, so there is a new, and I should put just the simple title here of trade bait board. And if you notice, I don't know if you can tell, but the format is back to what I used to do with the StreamYard software. When I usually do the podcasting software, when I first started growing the channel here before getting the upgrade on the camera, I'm using this software to bring up the titles for you guys and keep the videos easier to upload because the file size is so much smaller. That's why I'm doing this quick hit before the game today with only less than 2 hours basically before the game. But the trade bait board has found Jordan Harris on it, and he is again a healthy scratch in this game versus the Dallas Stars. Arbor Jacki remains in the lineup, and it appears as though there's 4 Montreal Canadiens on this trade bait board, Jordan Harris being the newest member of it. Jake Allen is the other, Tanner Pearson, and Chewbacca himself, David Savard. Shout out my buddy Hockey Junkie. So those 4 players on the Canadiens find themselves on the trade bait board, but Jordan Harris would actually be the newest member of that list, and who knows what the interest will be for Jordan Harris, but a lot of us have kind of had the feeling that he might be the odd man out once the Canadiens need to move a defenseman, because they need to move a defenseman soon in the coming months, with possibly both David Reinbacher and Lane Hutson becoming part of the Canadiens near the end of the season here, as they, lose more ground in the playoff race, which the Canadiens are still going to try to remain in it. And as fans, we know that that's not the goal, is for them to make the playoffs at this stage. But that being said, Jordan Harris finds himself on the trade bait board, and it should come as no surprise in a sense with him being a healthy scratch. So that's how they've determined that he, it's from sportsnet.ca is the source. So, I mean, take what you want from it and see if there's actually going to be interest at this trade deadline for Jordan Harris. He does remain on the Canadiens cap hit for at least the next year at about $1.4 million. So, that being said, we'll see if there's any interest around the league for Jordan Harris, and this would again make room for the Canadiens to sign Lane Hutson to his entry-level contract. David Reinbacher is already signed, but he may be coming over from Switzerland to become part of the Laval Rocket, maybe get his first NHL game in with the Canadiens towards the end of the season. We'll certainly find out. But the Canadiens are expected to play the Dallas Stars, like I mentioned, and I'm going to bring up a photo of him just for fun. Alex Newhook, like I said, will be expected to return to the lineup here, and it will be nice to see Alex back. Frankly, I mean, it's been a little while here, and we know that the Canadiens have lacked center depth, especially a week ago trading Sean Monahan with Jake Evans as your second line center. Not the deepest squad, right? So now you've got Alex back. We'll see how he handles the center role, really, because he wasn't necessarily excelling all the time as a centerman. But he was, starting off this season playing on the wing with Kirby Dach at center and Juraj Slafkovsky, which looked pretty good to start this season. We were all getting excited about the possibility of that combination sticking together, but it just couldn't happen with the injury to Kirby Dach and then Alex Newhook as well. So we'll see how he fares in his new lineup position on the third line with Harvey-Pinard and Yoel Armia. And frankly, I expect Newhook to come in with some fresh juice, frankly. And you know what? Let's look at the defense pairs anyway, just for funds here. So we've got Mike Matheson with Caden Gooley, of course, on the top pairing. Jaden Struble remaining in the lineup with David Savard, and then Arbor Jacki and Jonathan Kovacevic on the third pairing together. And like I mentioned, I don't think I have mentioned yet that actually Alex Newhook will find himself on the first power play unit with the Canadiens in the bumper position, according to Anthony Martineau. I'm trying to get better at the pronunciations, guys. But from what we've seen, Newhook will be taking the bumper position on the top power play unit for the Canadiens, and that was the position that Sean Monahan was playing before he got traded to the Winnipeg Jets, who have not fared well since he's been there. I'm just going to go back to the lineup for a second here with the first power play unit: Slavkovsky, Caulfield, Suzuki, Matheson, and Newhook. I don't mind the sounds of that top power play unit. And then, of course, we've got on the second PP unit, Tanner Pearson, Arbor Jacki. Gignac finds himself on the second power play unit for the Canadiens, which I think is interesting, with Jesse Ylönen and Josh Anderson. So we'll see what becomes of this game today, the Canadiens versus the Stars. And my sister will be at the game, along with possibly my cousin, it sounds like. She'll be at the game tomorrow, too. But these Super Bowl matinee games are always a lot of fun. So I hope that they enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. And we'll see you guys post-game right back here on the channel. Thank you for 5,000 subscribers. We did it. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for the support, you guys. And we'll see you post-game for the Habs and Stars. See you soon, guys, and enjoy.